as the snow flies on a cold and grey Chicago morning. A poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. In the ghetto. Hello from rainy Birmingham. Stuck inside, so I thought I'd do another lesson, and who better than the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley, who I actually share a birthday with, which kind of makes me half Elvis Presley. Anyway, I'm talking rubbish now, so right. This is in the ghetto, obviously, because you've searched for it, so it's quite easy, but open chords, apart from your F. So it's in the key of C anyway, so they're all pretty simple, basic chords, which you should know. And I'm not going to teach you how to do them, because you should already know that by now. I'm just going to teach you how to pick the song, okay? All right then, so we're going to start off. We've got like two verses. We've got the first verse, which goes as the snow flies in a cold and grey Chicago morning. And then the second verse is the one that goes, people, don't you understand? A child needs a helping hand. So there's a different chord progression for those two. But once you know them two, then they just kind of alternate, really. So, right, first verse. We're not going to keep ordering that. Starts off with a C, okay? So, as the snow flies. And then you move on to an E minor. You know an E minor, don't you? On a cold and grey Chicago morning. Then we move on to an F. A poor little baby child. And then we move to a G. Child is born in a... And then back to a C. Ghetto. A handy tip while you're playing this. When you're playing the F, poor little baby child, instead of just going to an open G, go to the bar G, which you basically slide your F up to the third fret. Just sounds a bit better. A poor little baby child is born in the... Just you get a little sliding sound as you go up to the next chord. I think that sounds quite nice. So give it a go anyway. If not, just use the normal G. Anyway, right, picking pattern, what we want for this. We'll start with our C. So as always, your first string that you're going to pull is going to be your root note of the chord. So with the C, it's the second string down, okay? But what I do is I also pick the second and fifth strings at the same time on the first. Okay, so so second and fifth at the same time. Then you go 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 5. So 2 and 5 together, and then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. And it sounds a bit like this. Slow down. 2 and 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. Do 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 do. And after you. So as the snow flies. You do that series twice, okay? So that twice. As the snow flies. I hit the sixth string there back. So, as the snow flies. And then you go to the E minor. But with the E minor, you play the first string. So it's number 1 and number 5 this time, okay? Because that's your E, okay? So 1 and 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, okay? 1 and 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, okay? On a cold and grey Chicago morning. And you play that twice, okay? So, as the snow flies, C. And then to E minor. On a cold and grey Chicago morning. Cold and grey Chicago morning. So you play that twice, and then move on to your F. Again, with the F, it's the same as the E minor. Number 1 and number 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. A poor little baby child, a poor little baby. And you just play that once, and then slide to your G. Child is born. Same strings again. 1 and 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. So F, cold and grey Chicago. Oh, I'm gone. Where are we? A poor little baby. That's the F. Down to the G. Child is born in the. And then, excuse me, back to the C. Ghetto. In the ghetto. And then you start all over again. And his C and his mama cry. Just start off doing it slowly at first, and then the more you get used to it, you'll be able to do it fast then. And so basically C, E minor, F, G, play it again, in the ghetto, and then we move on to the second verse. People, don't you understand? Starts off with G. Again, it's exactly the same picking pattern with the G, 1 and 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1 and 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1 and 5, 3, 4, 5, 3. When I'm playing it slowly, it might not sound as fluent and as good, but I'm playing exactly the same thing. People, don't you understand? And then you play that twice, and then move on to an F. The child is a helping. Onto a C, and then back to F. Well, he'll grow to be an G, angry young man, some C, J. Same picking pattern again. And then C, take a look at G, you and me. Are we too F blind to C? And F, or do we simply E minor, turn our heads, and F, look the other G way. And then basically that's it all the way through the song. And I'll just say at the end, just slow it down a bit, so you get to the sad bit right at the end. She's found her son like dying in the street, being shot, and then we just get to this bit where it goes, and as her young man dies on a cold and grey Chicago morning. F, another little baby. G, child is born in the ghetto. That's a C, and then just to finish it with a little strum down. Voila. I'll put the chords and patterns below, okay, but enjoy, and we'll see you again soon.